Why most people fail to learn coding 2023. Unfortunately, many individuals hear about coding and start learning, but few succeed. Some say they fell into one of 4 traps, not because they're stupid. If you can avoid these blunders, the only thing stopping you from programming is YouTube tutorials like these. We'll explore those 4 traps and how to avoid them since you're here. Growth mentality. So you've heard the brain-computer comparison before? Your operating system, your mindset is more crucial than hardware. YouTuber Aaron Jack introduced me to this idea. He's a self-help author who didn't invent development versus fixed mindset. Growth mentality is where you focus on improving every day rather than how good you are. So, look at how you did on Monday against Friday last week. That will get you closer to your goal. Example: I'm learning Spanish and at first I was simply trying to say something basic in English but wasn't translated and I couldn't remember it, but then I got it. I realized I'll always know this now that it's in my lexicon. In coding, once you know how to reverse a linked list or traverse the DOM with JavaScript, you have that expertise forever. Growth mentality is the first tip, and it gets more intriguing from here. Tutorial treadmill. Tutorial hell, or the tutorial treadmill, is the next hazard you've probably heard of. It's when you keep running through tutorials but don't get anywhere and lose interest because it's too hard. Well, unless you write your first line of code alone, you haven't mastered it. You're at square one until you write a line of code, not copy it. That's why it's best to start learning about code wars right away. Some individuals feel foolish because they've studied 100 hours of tutorials and then go on code wars and can't solve the easiest problem. That's because you're still a baby in code years until you start writing code. It's simple, but many people don't get it, so start writing code immediately, do code battles, and tackle projects even if they're hard. You'll get there faster than you think. Niche. Third trap: not picking a niche. Programming YouTubers advise focusing on general programming skills rather than specific technology. Thus, others and I disagree. If you can't solve a business demand, they have to train you from scratch. You'll know programming, but if you can't solve the problem on day one and someone else can, why would they hire you? How do you find your niche? Programming is too broad, so many people focus on it. JavaScript or Java are too broad. Keep delving deeper into JavaScript, React, and Next.js to build React web apps, which will be your specialty stack. You'll be ideal for any organization that employs React and Next.js. Going specialized with your stack helps you market and create value. You want to be a niche candidate. Finally, huge businesses can train you, thus this trap is less true for them. Because they can't waste time or money on you, smaller companies want more upfront knowledge. Freelancers must save clients' time as they won't drain them. Alone. Fourth, trying to do it alone is why people pay so much for education or coding boot camps. Without a community of like-minded people, college is merely a library with old people reading you a book. Community is priceless, yet these institutions are pricey. Free forums and communities are good on the other hand. Reddit, Stack Overflow, and Harvard CS50 are open course communities. The trouble with these courses is that they're free. People come and go, sign up and don't follow through, etc. It can be diluted by those who merely want to take value without giving it back or are very transitory. The last alternative, a paid course with a solid group, is in the middle community-wise. Visualize Value is one community. It's incredibly active with several hundred people making amazing connections and getting feedback. Aaron Jack is developing a freelance developer community with a method to help beginners become successful. They will learn web programming and emphasis on e-commerce. So those are the 4 traps you definitely want to avoid when you're learning the code, and if you can get around those mistakes, you'll be in pretty good shape. Let's continue this programming coding journey, and with that I'll see you in the next video.